Hello, 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 sellers. I am jumping in to help you out because I've been getting a bunch of messages on this. So come on in. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling on eBay. So this is what I'm getting questions on. So come on in, please join me. Those of you that are with me on my Facebook business page, Kathy Terrill, I love to be selling. Come on in, comment below, let me know you're here. My YouTube people, I love hearing from you. Kathy Terrill, I love to be selling. Again, make sure that you can hear me and let me know. And podcast people, thank you so much for downloading me. Kathy Terrill, I love to be selling. So this is what I'm getting messages on, and particularly right now, I'm seeing a lot of frustrated sellers, and they're like, Kathy, help, help, help. I've got no views on eBay. I am putting listings up, and I am not getting any views. What is going on? What am I doing wrong? So this is what I'm going to help you with today, sellers, is if you are getting no views, this is surefire help for you so that you get views, because without views, you're not going to get any sellers. Okay. Excuse me. You're not going to get any buyers. We're the sellers. So we want views. Views is buyers. Buyers have to see our item, and then we get sales. Okay. And the other thing is we want the right buyers, because people can also have the reverse thing happen. And I'll do a video on that sometime. If you're interested, let me know, which is I'm getting tons of views, but it's not selling. Kathy, what on earth is going on? But let's deal with no views, no views, because that's not very good. So the first thing is you've got your listing up, and this is whether you're new, or my more experienced sellers. And, you know, it's up for maybe an hour, 2 hours, let's say less than 24 hours. And you're like, I don't have any views. This particularly can happen when you're new. And just hang tight, because sometimes it can take a couple hours just for basically for the listing just to sync on the eBay platform. So honestly, I would give it a couple of days. But if your listing's up for like a week, okay, and you have no views, then you want to go and take a look at it. And the easiest thing to do if you are getting no views on your listing is take a look at your category. You want to take a look at your competitors and just sort of see what's going on. So this is what I do. So, and I'm going to pick something. I try to pick different topics every time I do this. So that way people that are selling a lot of different things can get help on this. So what I did was I picked men's polo shirts because it's a pretty broad category. And I don't think I've done any men's shirts for a while. I did a very, very broad search, men's polo shirts. I think I'm inspired because we just had the Masters tournament and seeing all the wonderful golf. So just men's polo shirts. So when you search men's polo shirts, first of all, take a look at what eBay does with the drop down. So when you do a search and then click, you're going to see this. This lets you know, this is on desktop, by the way. This lets you know these are very popular searches. So they're searching extra large. They're searching medium. You notice the theme here? Size matters. XXL, 3XL. So a lot of search for size. So that's letting me know that the size is important. Then look at this. Cotton. Fabric is important. Long sleeves. So the sleeve length on the shirt matters. And get this, a bundle. So people are bundling shirts. So right away, I've got some great tips, which is size really is obviously a very popular search because eBay's going, hello, are you interested in these sizes? Fabric is important. Sleeve length, and I would think sleeve length being short sleeve, but clearly there are people searching for polo shirts with long sleeves. Okay, and then bundles, which makes a lot of sense for something like a men's polo shirt because people like the style. They may like a certain brand or mix of brands, all in the same size, and you can make better money that way if they're lower ticket items. Okay, so just a bunch of different ideas automatically pop up for me as far as getting more views on my listing of a men's polo shirt, which is, yes, even though the size is in the item specifics and I might have it in my description, I'm also going to want to put it in the title. Something like 100% cotton, because there are people with fabric allergies. That can be a great bunch of keywords to be putting in the title. All of these are keywords. If you're not familiar with keywords or you've been hearing that term keywords a lot, remember, keywords are the food fed to search. Search knows what your item is, so it can index it correctly and get you the right buyers. So the right keywords help eBay find you the right buyer. Because obviously if somebody's searching for a 1X and you're a 3X, eBay's not going to be sending you those people. You want the people that are searching for the 1X, right? So automatically just looking at this, just looking at what the drop down is super helpful. The next thing to look at, Kathy, I'm not getting any views. Look at these pills across the top. These are popular. Notice this, popular filters. eBay saying, Kathy, these are popular. Does your shirt fit any of these? Is it Ralph Lauren? Is it short sleeve? Clearly sleeve length is important. Long sleeve. Is it big and tall? Is it regular? Look at this. Colors matter. White, black, etc. Okay. And then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to see a bunch of my competitors. Okay. So right away, I'm seeing size, I'm seeing color, and I'm seeing sleeve length. And if it is big and tall, to be considering big and tall. The next thing, if I have no views and I want help, again, the help is the keywords. And the more specific I can be with my keywords, the more of the right buyers. Remember, we want right buyers. We don't want wrong buyers. We want right buyers, people that want our item, okay? And another thing about views, remember the people that have 100 views and no sales? You can get a sale with only 3 views or 4 views because it's the right buyer. So that's why the right keywords matter, because you want eBay sending you the right buyer, the person that's going to be happy, thrilled with your item, and of course, buy it right away. So that's why we're looking at this. We want the right keywords for our items to get the right views and to ultimately lead to a sale. The next thing that can really help, and again, this is doing it quickly because I'm looking at the price on most of these shirts and they're around $20, $25. So I don't want to be spending 3 hours researching this. I want to be able to do this in a matter of minutes. The next thing you're going to want to do is look at solds. And you can do this with product research. You can also do it with the search filter where you search for solds. It's called advanced search. You can do it on the desktop. You can also do it on mobile. Okay, so now we're going to look at the solds for men's polo shirts. Okay, and we're going to look at that because what I'm interested in is not what is it listed, because you're going to see all these listings in pretty much any category. Women's tops, women's dresses, plushies, games, pool accessories, right? Luggage, shoes, sandals. You're going to see a lot of competition. You're going to see a lot of listings. Okay, I love looking at my competition. I want to know who is getting the sales, because to get a sale, they had to get views. Remember, what we're after is the views, because that's going to lead to a sale. So now I'm going to look at the solds. What is it selling for? So back to men's polo shirts. And I'm going to look at solds. Again, I'm doing advanced search. I am not doing product research because I'm just doing super fast snap. Take a look at what's going on. And let's see what sells. Okay, we're interested in what sells. So what I did was the men's polo shirt. I did an advanced search over here, advanced. You can also use the left navigation bar, and then I click sold. So here, Under Armour men's heat gear. So heat gear is a specific style of Under Armour, so they were good on that. It's a polo shirt, medium. I've got size right away. Remember, size was important. Gray, white, striped, short sleeve. And I think he was starting, or she was starting to put in golf. So I've got the brand and then like a sub brand of Under Armour, the color, the pattern, the sleeve length. Boop, come up here. Vintage. So this is a vintage polo shirt, International Harvester. Okay. And again, we have the subset here, the workwear, the truck, a logo, and the size. So again, it's vintage, brand, and we've got size and then things about the logo. Here again, Under Armour. Clearly people like Under Armour. Polo shirt, men's size large. Again, the size is right there. Blue stripe. So I've got the color, but also that it's striped. Again, this is heat gear. It's golf, and they put the word stretch in because this has some stretch in it. Perhaps my shirt has some stretch in it. Okay, back up here. These, and I also sorted this by newly sold because I want to know like what's working right now. Again, super dry sportswear, men's UK, XL size, color, the classic. Okay, and they got the pre-loved. Just for you to know, that's sort of redundant. It's located in the UK. A little redundant because that would have been in the item condition note, but we love our UK sellers. Stone Falcon men's polo shirt. Again, color Athletic, that's a great keyword, right? Athletic. Short sleeve and collared. It's got a collar. Good keyword. So notice what they're using. Again, brand, color, style. Okay, then you've got the word athletic because people do search athletic shirt. Again, the sleeve length, clearly important in this category. Okay, this is a custom slim fit. Okay, so, and again, you know this from reading the labels on these shirts. Okay, so it's a custom slim fit. It's a polo shirt, blue geometric circle print. So they went into great detail on the print. Okay, Adidas, Climacool. Again, this is a subset of the Adidas brand. It's a golf. It's a polo shirt. Notice large and the pattern, and it's short sleeve. So again, I'm going through this all very, very quickly to check on my listing for my polo shirt. Again, do I have the size right up there? Do I have the color? I can think about things like athletic. Does it have some stretch? Is it collared? Clearly, these are terms that are used. I like the collar one a lot. Some of the soles I was looking at talked about the buttons and how many buttons. So again, all of this, because again, you don't want to just do like the brand, the size, the color, and perhaps short sleeve because you've got 80 characters in the title. The entire title is searched by eBay search. All the keywords in your title are searched by eBay search. I'm missing out on a great term like collared. The one seller who really went into detail on the pattern because it was a really interesting geometric pattern, mentioning all the colors. We have the United States 250th anniversary coming up this summer. So certainly if I've got red, white, and blue, red, white, striped, blue and white, anything like that, stars, I'd be wanting to think about putting that in title and then words like USA 250, USA patriotic, things like that, because people are going to start searching for that if they're not searching for it already. All of it is about keywords. Keywords are the food. And the more specific keywords like collared, button, the specific pattern, it reminds me here in New York, and I'm sure for where you are too, but for instance, here in New York, 42nd Street, very well-known street, okay? It's long. 42nd Street in Manhattan goes all the way from the west side, the Hudson River, all the way to the east side to the East River. So if somebody was to say to me, Kathy, meet me on 42nd Street, if I was to walk from river to river, and I've done it, I'm going to say probably an hour. It could be longer depending on the traffic, but I'm going to say like an hour and 20 minutes to walk from end to end. So if somebody says, meet me on 42nd Street, you know, off you go, but where? We're on 42nd Street. And think of that like with eBay search. Men's polo shirt. Okay, you're on 42nd Street. Do I want the west side? Do I want the east side? Do I want around Park? Do I want around Broadway? Do I want the Times Square area? Those are keywords. It's giving eBay search direction. It's being able to surface your item to your buyer. If you don't tell your buyer what block on 42nd Street, if you don't tell your buyer what landmarks to look for, collared shirt, buttons, the style, whether it has a little stretch, it's athletic. That's a great search term. You are not going to get those people. And you want those people because those are your shoppers. So when you're creating listings, it's yes to the ones that are obvious, which typically are the brand or the style. It's vintage. It could be the pattern, but things like the collar, the sleeve length. Notice how often they were mentioning that for the golf shirts. It's so important. And again, oftentimes because we're listing very quickly, you know, we might forget that. And that is that keyword. That is that search term that your buyer is going to be using or looking for. Because yes, it might be in the item specifics, but people are scrolling and they're looking at titles. They're looking at titles, they're looking at pictures, which is why your title is so important. And the keywords in your title help you to get more views. And remember, we're after views and we're after the right views. And that's what your keywords do. I've studied this a lot, as you can tell. I study eBay search a lot. I get to work with a lot of eBay teams, which is a joy, and learn a lot of information about eBay search. And what I've done is I've created a guide specifically about keywords. And I include information on how to use AI for research on keywords, which is super important. But the thing about using AI for keywords, and I happen to be a big fan of ChatGPT, is that when you're using it, you want to give a direction. You don't want to just accept anything that it tells you, because when you do that, it can make mistakes. Just for you to know, AI is fantastic. It is great, but AI follows your direction. Also, AI data scrapes, so it's pulling stuff off the web. So it's going to offer you things, but you need to know how to sift and filter through it and not just take everything that AI gives you at face value. Sometimes asking a question, knowing what to do. And I've got tips for using AI, because I use a lot of AI when I'm doing research and work on listings and on my eBay within this. So hop over to my website. You're going to want to look at the guide that I'm offering, which is Keyword Domination to Explode eBay Sales. It is all about keywords. It's super easy to understand and follow. I've also included some really advanced material for my more experienced sellers and the information to easily use AI, and also to ask AI the questions that you're going to get responses that are going to really help you. Hello, Sharon. Good to see you. Again, because AI is data scraping, it is not the be all and end all. It is not the absolute truth. It's giving you ideas. And then you need to know how to filter through the ideas so that you pick the right keywords, the keywords that are going to get you the right views with your buyers and get you more sales. So hop on over and grab my guide, Keyword Domination to Explode eBay Sales. It is half off for a very, very, very short time. So grab it while it's on sale. If you hear this after it's on sale, it's still a good deal, but it's particularly a good deal while it's half off, and put it right to work. My sellers that use this love it. It will save you time. It saves you a lot of hassle. So you can get right to the pertinent keywords, right to the keywords that are going to get you more views and more sales. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling on eBay. Bye-bye, sellers.